Hello everybody and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy VIII. This is VerticalSandwich. And we are fighting the boss of the fire cavern, Ifrit. And we're going to actually use our GFs against him. I should mention that GFs have their own hit point bar and it will replace yours while you're waiting for them to come out and fight. So if you get attacked during that time, it actually takes hit points off of them. So, okay, and this is our thunder, or our lightning GF. So, and it's, I'm not expecting it to do a crazy amount of damage, but we haven't shown it, so. And there it is, it's like a giant bird. Creepy spirit-looking bird. That, shoots this crazy lightning storm thing. There, take that. Ah, that's a 92, that's not bad. But I mean, this is going to be the real prize against this fire guys. And this is all Quistis is going to do during this fight. Just shoot this thing at him, so. So, alright, and not to break up the mystery, but when we get this, like when we destroy this thing, you know, it has the same name as the GF in the tutorial because this is our third GF. And we will have to fight them and beat them. To get, I think, most of them. Maybe not all of them. Oh, they have Shiva! Blah! I will burn them! Blah! Alright. It won't always be that fun. Maybe it will. Alright, and hopefully, again, junctioning fire to my weapon won't... No, so we can still hurt him. Alright, and like I said, as long as he's attacking the... So they can kill your GF, actually. I also forgot to mention when we were running around outside, like all Final Fantasy games, or most Final Fantasy games, when we're out on the main map, we can save it. I mean, this has, again, it's a lot of standard RPG things, like you can rest at inns, you potions, you know, cure hit points, and remedies cure status ailments, because there will be enemies that give us, like, you know, darkness and standard Final Fantasy stuff. If you've never played a Final Fantasy game, I don't know what to tell you. But, again, the RPGs are... Man, not bad for a human! He, I guess maybe he says everything every time we hit him with that GF. So we're gonna take a little time to heal ourselves here. Because we don't want to die during our first thing. Although, again, like I said, when I set the time limit too low, I did die. Because it does game overs you if you run out of time. Impudent humans! And then he does this thing. Which is good we heal, because... I don't think that would have killed us, but it would have taken us way down there. Alright, so we'll be, like I said, we'll be doing this is all she'll be doing, this whole battle is a no-brainer. Shooting this thing, so. And it's appropriate that I gave the girl GF to Quistis. What I didn't do was, you know, I stocked all that Blizzard in anticipation of fighting this guy, and then I didn't hook up the magic command for myself, so I can't use the spells that I have in my inventory. Which is just my genius at work. And this guy's kind of a two-trick pony. He'll hit you with fire, and then he'll jump up in the sky and punch you. That was probably better that he hit her instead of her GF, because her GF's taking some damage. Although her GF's gonna be fine. And that noise is, if we hit the trigger at the right time, it makes that noise, and we do more damage. You can see it's like 36 versus 54, or whatever we're doing. So, and we'll have like 2 chances to attack, or to do something while we're waiting for her GF to kind of go on. So, it does take a little while for the GFs to work. That's like I said, when it gets kind of repetitive, I'll maybe leave the first part in so you can see what I'm doing in battles and stuff, but I'll cut out these animations. Because they're long. I mean, these are long animations, and they're unnecessary. And you get far enough into the game, they just become painful, you know, like to watch them. Oh yeah, we'll heal ourselves, and she's not taking any damage because she's always in her GF screen, so... look, she's gonna take it now. There we go. Kabam. Alright, well we know what she's doing. And we will attack. Take that! Oh, it did it! For me to lose to a human! Very well, I will join you. Okay, so now we have a new GF. And he'll have new GF abilities. And we get the Ifrit card, which is part of the card game, apparently. And our GF's got 20 AP, which is great. And we can change his name, but we're not going to. We're going to confirm him as Ifrit. This isn't much time, but let me get this over with real quick. Good, you got yourself a GF. And like we already had, we'll be able to use the elemental junctions. She's going to explain elemental junctions to us. And the way this works is some GFs, and probably all of them once you get them up level high enough, have an ability that allows you to use spells to raise your elemental kind of defenses, and you can actually raise those above 100% so that you'll absorb damage from certain things like fire. And those aren't going to be huge issues for us. We can, with the kind of stuff we're going to get right away, we'll be able to improve those things a little bit. But like without things like, you know, the higher level fire spells and stuff, there's really not a lot we can do with kind of the elemental stuff. So we won't really be worrying about that right now. She'll run us through it, and you know, you can kind of look at how this. But until we get things like Blizzaga and Viraga, we won't be able to really do kind of crazy damage to. And I will this will be another thing where when we get into this, I'll be posting the links where I'm getting information from, so that you guys can kind of check the same sources I am as I'm playing through. Although a lot of the stuff is still in my head from like my last playthrough or my several playthroughs of this game, because I know I beat it twice. I played through it 3 times, but one time, my first time, I actually quit right before the boss, and then realized I couldn't remember anything, and had to go through and play it all the way through, beat it again. So, again, she's explaining that we can get to the point where we absorb damage and things like that. Luckily, the tutorials will go away as we play into the game. There won't be so many tutorials. So. There's a lot of fire elemental mods. Here's the junction blizzard to your element attack. You have an easier time with fire elemental enemies. We're not having any trouble with anything in this stupid cave. So we're going to get outside of here, and then we're going to shut it down until the next time, people. Like I said, we can junction, and we'll junction the GF, because he'll give us more abilities. And then we'll auto-junction to attack. Because I'm not going through magic piece by piece. If there's going to be, like, for the final boss, I'll show you what setups I'm using and things like that before we do it. But aside from that, again, the final level is a whole thing in and of itself. It's just just so much stuff. So we're not even, and again, we're not worried about that right now. Right now, we're just getting through this first thing. So sorry for all the junction screens and secondary screens and tutorials and horrible battles that you're going to have to watch through like this little part. And probably there's going to be a little bit of this in the next kind of stuff that we do in the academy. So, again, I'm sorry about that, but it's good. So we're going to try to attack this guy and maybe we can make him blow up. Because we don't need any more fire spell right now. If I need to grind for magic, I'll grind up. Because it's easy enough to control when the plotline advances in the RPG. I just don't talk to the person I have to talk to, don't go into the room I have to go into. And I can grind for stuff all I want. But I'll let you know if I've done that. So. And alright, there we go. And like I said, our GFs will receive stuff. So the idea that I may be doing battles and stuff off screen means that my GFs may gain abilities and stuff too. I'll try to keep track of that as best I can. Let you know when we restart videos, kind of what's happened. You know, again, that's the whole kind of setup of this game causing us problems. Which it's going to. Not a lot of people LP this game. It's very crazy. The way this game is set up is very crazy. Although, I don't know, people who LP Final Fantasy VII must have just as hard a time with the element things that you put into your weapons to change the way they work and to change what spells you can cast. Because the materia, because that stuff's just nuts. It's not as nuts as this, but it's close. I mean, I really think that in general for RPGs, the system of like buying armor that has abilities, or gaining armor, or even creating armor that has abilities, is a far better kind of system. If you play Dragon Quest VIII, they do a really good job with that. With the abilities being inherent in the characters and things like that. And, alright, so, onward, let's get out of this cave, people. thank you for putting up with all my BS in this kind of early stage of this LP. I really want to LP this game. And I know that the plotline of this game is a lot of fun once we can get past all of the kind of details. You know, like they say, God is in the details, but the devil's in there too, apparently, because, you know, that's the kind of stuff in RPGs that really drives people away from, like, you know, the kind of Let's Play thing. Because it's not as straightforward as Simpsons Hit and Run or Raymond's Raven Rabbit. You know, we get a big open world and a lot of abilities and a lot of things we can change around. But we'll get through it. Together we'll get through it, even if we have to do it in 100 videos, you know? Which is a possibility. This is an LP, it's a Final Fantasy game. This is a long game. 100 videos is not going to be outside of the scope of what we have to record to do this. Sorry to say that, but it's just the way things have to be. So we're almost out. We got like one more screen, maybe one more fight. There we go, we made it outside. Hooray! Sunlight! But at least we got through junctioning things and GFs and all the garbage that she was running us through, so... And we'll just run out here, and we're not going to go back to the academy right now. We're going to save the game outside here, and I'll be shutting off the video. But thank you guys for watching, and you guys take care, and I hope to see you next time, because we're going to have a lot of fun with this. We really are once we get into it. I did not mean to go back in there. I really meant to save it right on the outside. But we're going to have a blast with this game. We're going to have a blast with the plot line, and eventually we're going to meet the love interest and, like, the sniper guy, and get other GFs and fight crazy monsters. It's going to be great. So, you guys take care, and I'll talk to you later. Again, thanks for watching.